Hello, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, a big hello to everyone and welcome to episode 81. It is Tuesday, June 27th, 2023. I don't think I say that really normally, what date it's on, because I can never remember. Well, I hope everybody's well. How has everybody been getting on with the crafting this week? Because here it's been really, really hot. And I must admit, I'd planned on filming today. And then when it came to it this morning, I'm thinking, well, I've not really done a lot, have I? Shall I leave it? And I'm thinking, if I leave it, that's going to be another week. And I thought, no, we'll just film with what we've got. But actually, I have actually made more than what I thought. I think because I've done some of it at work, because my shop is very, very cool and it's lovely to, obviously when there's no customers in, I can sit and do things. So I have been doing a bit, but I haven't done much at home. So all I've been working on this week are my socks and my cross-stitch pumpkin. And that's really been it, apart from a bit of dressmaking, which I have been doing at the shop. So I think we'll get started and let's see if we can actually get through this vlog without any interruptions. I'd already started it once and then I had to stop to answer a message, then I had to stop again to answer a message, then I had to stop again, so I deleted it all. So this is the second attempt, so we'll see how we're going to get on. Anyhow, I will start with the cross stitch. Now this is the Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. So that is what I'm doing. This is going to take me a little while, I think, to get done. Now what I'll do is I'll insert a picture here of how far I got last week, and this is how much I've done this week. So I have done this side, that bit, and then a bit up here. So I've not done a great deal, but what I've done seems to have taken me ages. But I'm really enjoying it, so I'm hoping to try and get a bit more work done on this, and it is helping just to do sort of half an hour a day, and that's sort of helping my back, which is good. That's the whole idea. But I haven't done any work on my cross-stitch cottage on the even weave. I just decided to give it a little break because as I'm doing this out in my sewing room, with the weather being so hot, normally my sewing room is quite cool and I don't have a problem. But when we get these heat waves and it just keeps coming and coming, my room has started to get just a little bit warm. It's okay, I mean I can still come out here and work, but I'm finding if I'm concentrating on the cross stitch, I'm just getting all hot. I am getting hot, and unfortunately I don't have a fan out here. But I did purchase something the other day, and it's one of those neck fans. Now it's really good, it keeps you nice and cool. It is a little bit noisy, which doesn't actually bother me because I'm used to having like the telly on with a fan in the living room, so I can cope with that. But like I said, I've only just got it, so if it gets a little bit warm in here next week, if I decide to come and do some, I will bring it out here and use it. Right, onto my socks. Not a great deal of progress. When I showed you last week, the second sock is still at the same point. I had hoped to have got onto this sock, but it just didn't happen. But the first sock, I am actually now working on the foot, and it's looking really nice. So I'm enjoying that. So what I'm going to do now is probably leave the foot where it is and probably try and get the gusset done on the other sock, so I can try and get them at the same stage. But we'll see. It just depends on how the weather's going to be, because it's been so hot you just can't concentrate on anything. Anyhow, before I forget, what I'm using on my socks are these little rings. Now they're okay, it's not quite what I wanted. I wanted them more like rubber and slightly smaller, but I'm using the blue ones because they are the smallest, and I got these off Amazon. But they'll do until I can find some little rubber ones, because I want them a little bit smaller because they are a little bit big, but they'll do. Yes. Right, the next thing I'm going to show is I bought a magazine, another cross stitch magazine. I'll tell you, I shouldn't look at magazines really, but I do like the bike. That seems to be quite a biggish design. Now whether I'll do it or not, I don't know. I do like the balloons. I would like to do that, but the reason I bought it was for this sort of gardening one, which I think is really, really nice. So I like that one, but I think that's going to take a bit of doing. And I've got a few cross stitches to finish off, but it might be something for next year. We'll see. I might have changed my mind by then, but yeah, that is this was this month's magazine. So I don't think I'm going to be looking at any more because I've got plenty to do. And the other thing I purchased is a pattern for a dress. It's another style art one, and this is called the Montana Midi dress. Now a customer of mine has actually got this pattern, and the dress looks really, really nice on her, and she's made it in it looks like a batik fabric. But by the looks of it, you need let's have a look. I think it's over 3 meters you need for this. I can't find it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's 3 meters you need for it, and the fabric needs to be 148 centimeters wide. Now the fabric I've got in the shop is only 112 wide because it's quilting cotton, so I really need to go shopping and get some other fabric. But I think what I'd like to do is probably try and get some cotton poplin and make one up in that first to see how I like it, to see what the fit's like, and sort of to see the length of it, because I reckon on me this is probably going to be down to near my ankles, because they seem to be for taller ladies. And I'm not, I'm only probably about 5'4" or something. So yes, I thought I might make up one in a cheap fabric and just see how I get on. So long as I can wear it, that's all I'm bothered about. And then I would like to buy at some point a nicer fabric. I really fancy some of the Lady McElroy fabric, but that is quite expensive. But I need to find somewhere and go and have a look at it. But I don't know whether to sort of find some fabric and then do it for next year, mainly because I'm on a healthy eating plan at the minute, or should I say not a plan, way of life change. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing that's actually made me go on this healthy eating plan. It's just got to be a way of life now, because I needed to lose some weight. I know I needed to lose some weight, and I've got Kevin on it as well, and yeah, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying it really well. It's sort of low sugar, low carb, so I keep an eye on the sort of the carbs of what I eat. And I've actually lost just over a stone at the minute, which is really, really good. So I'm really pleased. I'm not sure when I lost I've lost probably over half a stone in the last few weeks, but the rest of it has probably come off a little bit before that, because when I went to the doctors for my health check last year, and then when I've been this year, I'd actually lost a stone, so that's really good. Nurse was really pleased with me because my blood pressure has come way down. So yeah, so it's just a lifestyle change. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't know if it's just an age thing, but you mentioned diet and my head thinks we're not having any of that, we're just going to eat what we want, and that's the problem. I do, and I can't. So healthy eating plan, healthy lifestyle, that's it. That seems to suit me, and hopefully, yes, the weight's coming off slowly, and hopefully it'll stop off this time, because I lost 3 stone. Oh, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago, and it all went back on slowly, but it all went back on, and I don't want to do that this time. And I'm being really good, because I know I only have to look at a bag of chips and I gain £2. So yeah, all the cupboard stuff's being changed, everything. So there's no snacks. If I buy any snacks, it's just for Jake and Adele, and they're in a box out of the way, so I don't see them. I just forget they're there, and that's the best thing. Well, what really gets me is Kevin's lost a lot more weight than me in a matter of like 3 weeks. I'm thinking that's so unfair, but men seem to lose weight faster, and us women seem to lose it slower. But never mind, it's coming off. Anyhow, I've got away from the dress pattern, haven't I? But I would like to find a nicer fabric, and I gather some of the Lady McElroy fabric is, I'm not sure what it is now. I did see it on somebody's Instagram account, oh, probably last year. They'd made a dress, and it was a breathable fabric, because I tend to like cottons, because it's breathable, it's a lot better. But I really like the look of some of the Lady McElroy fabric, and I really feel like treating myself to some, but I don't want to go and spend all that money and then I've got to alter it. So I think what I'm going to do, probably this year, a cotton poplin, make sure that I like it, and get it to suit me, to fit sort of, especially the length. The rest of it doesn't matter, but it's the length of it. And then hopefully, maybe this time next year, my weight will have come down to what I want it to be. And I think that's sort of like a goal, I think, really. It's something I've got to aim for, that I want this nice fabric. So I'm hoping to maybe be able to get out somewhere, probably next year. I think there's somewhere at Sherwood that sells Lady McElroy fabric. So that's not too far for us to go. But I still can order it online if I want to, I suppose, from wherever. Because I think I have seen what I like, and a lot of the fabrics are like ferns and leaves and animals, I think, on some of them, and they're really, really nice. So that is something to come. This is something to come soon, in a cheap fabric, and then next year, fingers crossed, in a better fabric. So I'm going to need to keep motivated, I think, keep going. You know, I've drank more water in the last month, I think, than I ever done in my life. But never mind. Anyhow, right, we'll get on to the sewing now. Now, while I've been at work over the week, it has been a bit quiet in the shop, so I've had a bit of time to actually cut out fabric, which has been really, really good. So, right, let me have a look. I think last week I left you with oh yeah, the top that I made. Yeah, well, yeah, this top that I made, well, I haven't had it on yet because I've got nothing really to go with it, but I did make some trousers, and it's got like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a brushstroke pattern. Now I think they're going to go together, very, very summery. So yeah, I want to get these washed up, but I'm going to wash everything together, soften them up a little bit, and then hopefully I'll be able to get some photographs and share them with you at some point. Now, the other trousers I'd made last week, yeah, from the Darby and Joan pattern, well, the elastic was far too big, so I sat and unpicked the waistband and the elastic and everything, redid it. They fit me lovely now, and excuse me, and I chopped them off the bottom. So these are now a pair of cropped trousers, and they fit perfectly. So I finished them off, so that's another thing I did this week. Then I extended the leg on the pattern so I could have a proper full length trouser, which I did. So that's these. So it's this beautiful batik. It's coming up a bit more pinky on the screen because it's more sort of burgundy, but it's a beautiful colour. And I printed off the pattern for the oh, excuse me, for the Joan top. Got that stuck together. Let me see. So that's the Joan top. So it's quite boxy, but I sort of went by the pattern measurements, the finished size of how long it is, sort of like from under the arm down, and it was going to be too short for me. It's sort of high hip length, which that doesn't cover up enough for me. I need it a little bit longer, so I've extended the pattern. There was no line on it to do that, so I've just sort of picked my own point and added a piece in. So this is all cut out, and that's the batik. So let's see if I can put these two together. So these two go really, really well together. So I'm hoping to get this stitched together this week. Excuse me. And yeah, so that's one thing for this week. So that's all cut out, ready to go. I just need to get some interfacing sorted out for that. Then the next pair of trousers I made are in this beautiful batik. So it's all teals and pinks and purples and blues. It's absolutely beautiful, this. And they fit. I've even put my little tag in, really, so I know which is back. Oh dear. But these trousers have not taken long to make at all. It's a lovely pattern. I haven't put the pockets in, but I'm looking forward to wearing that. All I need to do now is to sort out some fabric and make a top to go with it. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to use at the minute. I haven't sort of made up my mind yet. But I can pick from the teal, the purple, the blue, the pink. So I need to have a look at probably through the batiks to see what we've got, which I might do tomorrow when I'm at work. So you can see I have actually been busy. And then I made another pair of trousers. This is the last pair, I promise. And it's in this lovely, don't know if you can see, it's like a mottle that's got darker shades of green on. So I've made them, and the tilly and the buttons top that I'm going to make again, that's that one. So I know that fits well. As I said before, it was going to be in the Underestimate Me, That'll Be Fun fabric. So I'm going to pair that with that, and the colours of the trousers sort of go well with the dress. So I'm hoping to get that top finished this week as well. So I've got a couple of sewing projects to do this week, which is going to be fun, so I'm looking forward to that. Right, let's have a look. Now I've made a few notes here so I don't forget. Right, just bear with me a second while I have a little drink. Right, well, I've got, mind you, I've talked about the fabric for the dress, haven't I? Yeah, I'm going to be having a sale on my website. It's not going to be this minute. I've been having to sort out bags I've got, and I've got quite a few bags out there. So I decided that I would have a sale on some of the project bags, and I'll probably put them on the website, I think. So it's going to take me a bit of time to get everything photographed and put up, but they are going to be at a very reasonable price. But I think what I'm going to do is, when I've got everything ready, I'll probably do a separate little vlog showing the bags on here, what I've got and sort of how much they are, and popping it on Instagram as well. So if you're interested in any drawstring bags, and I think I might have a couple of zipper pouches, but it's mainly drawstring, I think. Excuse me. There's going to be a bag sale coming in the next few weeks. So yes, and also coming, I think, maybe in a couple of days, I've got some new fabric and some new yarn in the shop, and I thought I might just do a separate little shop update type of thing on my shop talk section, which I haven't really put anything in that for a long time, and I thought I would do it separately. Then it's there for anybody who's interested, and then anybody who's not interested in that, you know, you don't have to watch it. So that's another thing I've got coming. I haven't managed to do any dyeing of Ada this week because I've been a bit busy and it's been too warm. And then I thought, oh, I'll do it today. And then the weather's dull and quite cool out there, which is good for me, but not good for drying the Ada. So that is coming as soon as I can actually get it filmed. So I haven't forgotten. I think that's everything I've got to say. Yes. Right, what I'm going to do now, before I disappear, is I'm going to put a few clips in. I've got a couple of pictures of Charlie, who was in my cloche in the garden. He kept going in it, so I had to remove it because he was sat on my onions. So it's a wonder I didn't lose any of my onions, because they were starting to come through, and the cloche was obviously there to protect my onions from any cool weather, help them grow, and to keep Charlie off them. But no. So the next clip you'll see, or picture, is of Charlie in my cloche. So the cloche went straight after that, and I had to put little like plastic cages around all my onions. But they are coming along really well, so he didn't do any damage. Then there's a couple of clips of me out with a meal with my friend, and then the last bit is a trip to the panto. We had a trip to the panto. Adele organised it, and my daughter-in-law came, and it was Mother Goose, but it was an adult version, and it was really good, really funny. And I'll put some clips in there, and then the last clip is, you will hear what they're saying, what they're singing. I can't remember now what it all was, but if you don't like bad language, cheeky stuff, just turn the volume down. Because they let us film that little bit so we could actually put it online and share it. So when I actually edit this video, I will see what it's like, and if it's too bad, I will put some music over the top of it. But yeah, just a little warning, so you know if you watch it to the end. But we enjoyed it. It was really funny, and it was a really nice night out, and we had raspberry gin while we were watching it, and it was great. So I'm hoping that they're going to have some more sort of adult themed pantos that we can actually go to, because it all seems to be for children. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it there for now, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you all again pretty soon. Take care everyone, and have a lovely crafty week, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.
Martin did in his pants. But please remember our story was full of laughter, filth and romance. You gotta go home anyway. My mama told me when I was young, we were all born superstars. She rolled my hair and put my lipstick on in the glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong in loving who you are, she said, 'cause he made you perfectly. So hold your head up, girl, and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say I'm really falling away. He's got his nose straight. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you say I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. There ain't no way. Baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. There ain't no way. Baby, I was born on the right track. Baby, I was born this way.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a...
I'm feeling golden highway. Just got these nose sticks. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you say I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way.
There ain't no way, baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. There ain't no way, baby, I was born. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or ever dream, your